Hello everyone, in this video I am going to be talking about some of my personal Sonic hot takes. And no, these are not going to be saying Sonic Adventure 1 is better than Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic 06 is actually gold. I'm not going to be saying stuff like that, don't worry. It's going to be actually ones that I haven't heard much. I'm not going to be talking about a whole ton about what I'm drawing, but real quickly, I am working on a submission for AAA Tales Draw This in Your Style on Instagram. So getting straight into it, I have about 10 hot takes. So my first one is the hub worlds in Sonic Adventure 1 take away from the whole experience. I really did not like the hub worlds. They were so annoying. And I know that there's Tikal's spirit to help guide you, but I just feel like it was just so unnecessary. Like, yeah, they can be fun to explore like the first time, maybe like twice, but as you continue playing the game and spending hours just playing, it can get really excruciating, I feel like. And this is probably a skill issue on my end, but I had like no idea on what I was doing, and I kind of had to just watch a no commentary playthrough for the whole time I was playing it. And it was really annoying, and it made me not want to play the game, which is really sad because I really loved the game when I was actually playing it. But it was just really annoying to have like one level and then I had to figure out how to come to the next level through just going through different hub worlds. Like, it was just not very fun. And especially like on the Eggman carrier or whatever, that like puzzle thing, it's like so sensitive and I would mess up on it over and over, and it was just not fun. And I just wish that like maybe there would be like some kind of mod that just made it kind of like Sonic Adventure 2 where you finished one level, it was cutscene, and then the next level. That's how I love it. But yeah, I just really did not like the hub worlds. They're fun to explore, but when you're actually playing the game, it's really annoying. This second hot take isn't much of a hot take, it's kind of in between. I think that the boost formula is just really overrated and at this point overdone. Don't worry, I am getting into like positive things. Don't worry, I have plenty of those. But basically, I just think that we've used the boost formula as a main thing for 20 years now, starting in like 2005 with Sonic Rush, and now like with the most recent thing, Shadow Generations, which, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy it, but I feel like it's holding the franchise back, like with the levels that we could, like, that Sega could make for Sonic, because I don't know, I just love the adventure style formula, and it's a shame that we've only got a few games with that formula. Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow the Hedgehog 05, Sonic 06, and that's basically it, which is really sad because Sonic Adventure 1, I love the playstyle, but just the hub worlds, like I said, really hold it back for me. Sonic Adventure 2 is my favorite game in the whole world, and I kind of play it like every day. Shadow the Hedgehog 05, which I'm going to actually be talking about for the next one, I like. Sonic 06 I haven't played yet, but I've only heard bad things, which is such a shame because it looks like such a cool game. But yeah, I just wish that they would step away from the boost formula for now, like not forever, but just like do new things. I just really want something more creative. So I don't know. It's not the most satisfying thing to play either, because you just collect some rings and then you boost super fast through the whole level. Like, I just want to not take my time, but I want to like go fast, but not too fast at the point where I can't admire the backgrounds and like the places I'm in, or like not have to, I know this is part of the point, but I don't want to always be making decisions with like super fast reaction time. Like that's good in moderation, but the boost formula relies so much on it. I don't know. I just feel like it's just overdone right now. But like Sonic X Shadow Generations is one of my favorite games. So like I said, I'm not saying that it's bad. I just think it's being used too much. Shadow the Hedgehog 2005 is so fun. It's so fun. It's one of my favorite games. It's actually my second favorite game. I love the whole concept. I love the play style. I love the graphics. I love it all. And I haven't entirely finished the game, but I have played it so much. So much. I have tried playing through it twice now, and it's still not done. I'm getting close though, but there's definitely flaws, and I definitely get why people don't really like it. But personally, I love it, and I don't understand how it gets so much hate. Like, the only thing that I really have a problem with is the way you progress in the game with the alternate stories. Like, I love the alternate stories, but I don't like the way you progress through them. Like, you have to shoot this many aliens or whatever. Like, that can get annoying. Especially like when you're trying to really get through the game fast, or like if you've done it several times, that can be annoying. Like Westopolis, I'll be trying to find like 2 more aliens, and I just can't find them because they kind of blend with the background too much. But other than that, like, that's my only complaint, which I know it's kind of a big complaint. But when you're actually in a level, it's so fun. It's such a similar playstyle to the adventure games. Like, honestly, I would call it Sonic Adventure 2.5. Like, it's really similar. There's rail grinding, there's homing attacks, there's no boost, it's just natural acceleration, and there's multiple characters. Of course, you don't play as them all because like it's Shadow's solo game, but there's usually a character accompanying you while you are in the game, and it's so cute. I just love it, and I just love how small Shadow is. Like, all the characters are so small and they look so cute, and I love the like little geometrical style of the whole game. It's so adorable, and I love that there's guns in it, and I wish that more games with Sonic had guns in it. Like, I want Shadow to have his gun again. I want his motorcycle back. He needs it back. Those are his children. But yeah, it's really fun to use the guns in my opinion. And of course, there's so many guns, but like, of course, not all of them are super fun to use, but most of them are really nice. The controls are good in my opinion. Like, the graphics are cute in my opinion. Like, not like cute, but like the graphics are cool. There's a cuteness to me about it. Like, Little Shadow story is so cool. It gave us Black Doom, my husband. I love how it branches on Shadow's story more, and it's a whole bunch of like what ifs, and I feel like I know a ton of people say that it like is mischaracterizing Shadow, which I kind of get, but at the same time it's kind of going like, it's just a bunch of what ifs, and ultimately the game isn't very canon in the end. Like, the final story is the only thing that's canon. It's just, of course, he's gonna be different depending on like what he goes through with these different story routes. So I've never really understood that argument. So yeah, I just love it so much. It gave us so many cool things. I do get why people don't like it. It's definitely not for everyone, but I will never ever understand why it's hated so much. It gave us Black Doom, motorcycles, his motorcycle, his guns, more lore, and it just is a fun game. Like, ultimately, it's just fun to play. Sometimes confusing, but more than not, just fun. This is the only thing about ships in this video. Please, just listen. I personally love shipping. It brings me so much happiness for some reason, but I try not to be like annoying with it, and I'm definitely not like one of those people that is like a totally different ship and I'm like, oh no no no, I just scroll. But basically the only reason why I'm bringing this one up is because it was actually almost supposed to be canon. So I prefer Sonic and Blaze over Son Amy like any day. Don't get me wrong, Son Amy is cute, but it's never stood out to me at all, and it's like all it is just cute. I see it as two young kids maybe having a crush on each other, which I guess like, but it feels very one-sided. I just don't think that in the long run, like, of course I'm literally talking about anime hedgehogs right now, so literally it doesn't really matter. But anyway, I just don't think that Amy and Sonic would be good for each other in the long run. Like, yes, Amy is absolutely in love with him, but I don't think Sonic and her are compatible that much, with how much he likes to run away from her and how uncomfortable he seems with how much affection she gives him all the time. Like, I feel like he would need something more mellow, and that's where I think Blaze would be perfect for him, because in Sonic Rush, they were, if I might be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure, like, that they were almost supposed to be canon. They were almost supposed to be canon, but then they last minute decided against it, and it makes me so sad. I just love their dynamic so much. I think that they're so cute, and like, Blaze is more reserved, and I feel like she's kind of like, in a way, well, actually not just in a way, she was literally designed this way. She was supposed to be like the opposite as Sonic. Like, it's an opposites attract type thing, and I always eat that up every time. So basically, to put it briefly, like, I can just put a picture of what, like, an analysis of it, but basically, like, she's the fire to Sonic's wind, and their colors are like inverted, and she's just so like respectful and not like super over the top. Like, don't get me wrong, I love how affectionate Amy is, she's so adorable, but I just don't think that it works well with Sonic. And I just feel like they're so cute, and I just feel like Sonic feels more comfortable around her from what I've seen. I haven't played the game yet, but I've seen lots of like content of them together. Just, it seems like they would just get together really well, and it would be just very chill, nothing like extreme, like just a laid back happy couple. And there would be one problem for sure, because Blaze lives in an entirely different dimension, but, you know, putting that aside, like, I think that they would be so cute, and there's a lot more that I have in mind for them, but, like, I'm not gonna talk that long. And plus, I have a series on talking about my ships, and I'm planning on doing that one next, probably, so, yeah. If you want to hear that, I'll probably be doing that video in the future, but on to the next one. Again, I'm not so sure that this is so much of a hot take, but I think if it were to actually happen, people would probably end up complaining. But basically, I think that the whole Sonic crew needs a desperate redesign. We have had the same designs for about 20 years roughly, a little more like 25, and I just think that, like, how long is the modern era, aka like Sonic Adventure 1, which came out in 1998. How long is that gonna be the modern era? Because that was so long ago. Again, I want to make a video about this where I redesign the Sonic crew, but I feel like some basic things would be that you would give Sonic back his soap shoes, because like, come on, what are those shoes, Sonic? They look so weird on him. Like, I love them, but like, they're like iconic, but they look weird, and especially compared to like Shadow's shoes. Like, Shadow's shoes are so cool. And yeah, I don't know. And I feel like Amy's dress is just so plain, and I feel like she would need something more frilly and cutesy. I love Rouge's outfit. Her outfit can stay. It's peak. And then I feel like Tails would look really cute with a little more of like brown in his design, like a natural fox. I feel like Blaze's outfit doesn't really give princess at all. Silver's I think is fine. Knuckles, I wouldn't change much either, except for maybe giving him some dread accessories, like, you know, like gold rings on his dreads, like kind of what's in my drawing, oh my gosh. And I don't know, maybe switching up his shoes. It's kind of funny because it looks like Legos, but it's not the best look at all. So yeah, those are some really simplified ideas, but yeah, I plan on redesigning them. Of course, it's gonna be more of like my touch rather than what I think would be good officially, but it's something to look forward to in the future, maybe, if you're interested. So yeah, and also, this is not a hot take. This is just facts. But the Sonic renders, we need new Sonic renders right now. So bad. So bad. We've had the same ones since 2008. That's way too long, and we just need new ones that are more stylistic, and the current ones just look so lifeless and overdone. I cannot stand. I think if I see Sonic doing that little run thingy one more time, I am going to go insane. Stop putting it on every single merchandise product. Can you stop? But we kind of did get a new render for the 2025 calendar that came out a few days ago or something, for the anniversary for this year that's coming up in 2 months. At first I hardly even noticed a difference, but now looking at it after seeing so many people talk about it, because obviously we're gonna talk about it, we need new renders. But it's very, very cool. It's not what I personally would have imagined, but it's definitely closer. My preference, my hopes, that Sonic Team will bring back the Yuji Ukawa, I totally mispronounced it, like art, like the 2D art, and make models, like renders inspired off of that style. I think that would be absolute perfection. You guys are the problem, not Rouge. I see so many things about Rouge that is just insane, and I feel like I'm losing brain cells. So I'm not gonna like talk too much about this because it's a little bit like of a weird topic, and if this like makes you uncomfortable, I don't care. Skip, click off, I don't know. But basically, it's about Rouge's body, basically. Rouge isn't that bad. She's fully clothed. She hardly has anything showing cleavage-wise. And yes, she has a skin-tight suit or whatever. But the boys in the Sonic franchise are literally wearing nothing except for gloves and shoes. They are the skimpy ones. Like, and I know that like Rouge originally was, this is so dumb to say, but Rouge, I know, was originally inspired by the hotness of Latina woman. But guys, goodness, why does everyone act like she's literally wearing like a bikini? She's not. She literally isn't. And she's not that thick. Like, I guess in Sonic Adventure 2, she is a little bit. And they also gave her jiggle physics, which was weird. But, like, otherwise, she's not even, like, that. In Sonic Adventure 2, I wouldn't say that she's even that bad. And especially in, like, later games, not bad whatsoever. And it's just really annoying that it's even got to a point where Sonic Team has, like, covered up most of her back. Like, I know this is, like, such a non-problem, but, like, it just really shows, like, what type of people are thinking about Rouge, and it's really annoying, because Rouge is my favorite character ever. And, yeah, like, did we really need to make Sonic Team feel the need to cover up her back more? Like, if we're thinking logically, like, how does she even get her clothes on then? Cause, like, her wings are gonna fit through that hole. It's so annoying. And, like, the reason why we haven't got Rouge yet in the movies, which they've been trying to do but they don't know how to yet, is mostly because they don't know how to deal with her quote-unquote sexiness. Guys, make it stop. She's not that bad. And I see people going like, how in the world is Rouge allowed in the Sonic franchise? It's literally a kid's game. I don't usually get this worked up about things, but this is so annoying and I see it all the time, and I just feel like it's so unneeded. Why? She's fully clothed. She's hardly showing anything on top. And, like, yeah, she's flirty, but flirty doesn't automatically mean, like, inappropriate or anything. I'm just so fed up. I just love Rouge, and I wish people saw her the way I did. And, like, yeah, her design is peak, but I am not seeing her body. I am looking at her, like, cute clothes and her, like, diva personality. Why do we see her as anything else but that? Like, I'm not, like, I know that there is supposed to be that degree of sexiness, but everybody's making it seem like it's something so extreme, and I hate it. She is way more than that, and people are just overreacting, and it shows so bad. So, yeah. Next. This is definitely more of a hot take, I'd say, because of how much I see people talking about it. I think that the different Sonic personalities are very fun. I think that it's smart to have multiple personalities for Sonic, like, depending on what show and media he's in. Like, I like it. I enjoy it. Of course, I do have my preferences, but more than not, I think that it's a good idea. So, basically, I see a lot of people complaining about how they dislike how different Sonic acts in, like, mostly Sonic Prime in the Sonic movies, which I understand. Like, he's a little bit corny and a little bit of an idiot. But if you think about it, in the Sonic movies, he's a literal child, and we're watching him grow up. He's, like, supposed to be probably, like, his actual game age now. I think he's supposed to be, like, 15. And, like, in the first movie, he was, like, maybe 10 or something. I don't know. But, yeah, I think that it's really great to have different personalities, because ultimately, like, as long as they're keeping the core of Sonic's personality, does what he thinks is best, always on the move, and cocky, as long as there's those three things, I think that you can't really go wrong otherwise. Like, I don't care, give him ADHD or not, like, or, like, make him a little bit immature. I don't care. I think it really depends on what you're putting him in, and I love seeing different personalities and takes on him. My favorite, personally, is the early 2000s era, like Sonic Adventure 1 up to Sonic and the Black Knight. So yeah, I really would, like, love to see that specific type of Sonic come back. I don't mind the other ones though. Although I would have to say that I really don't like the, like, Sat AM version of Sonic. But other than that, I love all the Sonic personalities, even if they make me cringe a little bit. Konnichiwa. The treasure hunt levels are absolute peak. I love the treasure hunt levels in the adventure games, and you know how earlier I said that I play Sonic Adventure 2 pretty much every day? I hardly play any of the levels except for the treasure hunt levels. I play the treasure hunt levels all the time. If there was a game that was literally just the treasure hunt levels, I would break down. It would be the best day of my life. It would become my favorite game. I don't know why, but I just enjoy them so much. I love, like, of course partly it's because it's Rouge and my favorite is Rouge, but like, I just love the amount of exploration you can find, like, doing those levels, and I love the, like, music in them. Rouge's music is so fun. Like, I feel like a little weird saying this because my music taste is like pop punk, metalcore, but her music is like kind of jazzy, but it's like so upbeat and fun, and it's not like, I don't know, it's like diva music. So yeah, I really love listening to her OST, and I listen to them like every day. I love Knuckles OST as well, but I don't listen to it as much. But onto the actual, like, what I was talking about. I see a lot of people trashing on these levels, but they always use Rouge's level Mad Space, which I feel like it isn't a very good comparison, because, like, come on, like, Dry Lagoon is so fun. It's one of my favorite levels in the whole world, along with Security Hall. Like, that was really hard at first, but I've played it so many times now that I average an A rank. But, like, it is just so fun, and I just wish that there was more of them, and I wish it was like in your every Sonic game, like, literally, please, every Sonic game, or like, I want a Nuxush spin-off game where it's a mix of 3D platformer and the hunting levels, and Nuxush becomes canon, and they give Rouge lore, because Rouge doesn't really have any lore, which, to a degree, like, yeah, that's really cool, like, she's just lives in the moment and blah blah blah, but, like, I just feel like she would be, it doesn't need to even be anything, like, extreme, just, like, a little backstory on, like, how she became a double agent, jewel thief, blah blah blah, where she came from. Like, that would be so cool. I would go ballistic if that happened. But yeah, I just want it so bad. And I just enjoy them so much. Like, and I know people always use the same arguments every time. Mad Space is so bad, but it's like the only level like that. The rest of them are mid. Honestly, in my opinion, Egg Quarters is worse, because you constantly have that robot that's trying to kill you. the mad space, the controls are a little odd, but like you can get the hang of them. It's not that bad. And also, a common complaint I see is that in Sonic Adventure 2, like it will only let you track one emerald at a time, which I don't really mind because of how much I play them. I like that little bit of extra challenge, or else it would have been, I feel like at this point it would be a little too easy, and it makes it more fun for me. But I definitely get, like, especially if you're in like your first playthrough or something, it's much better to have them all be able to show up on the radar, like in Sonic Adventure 1 with Knuckles. I wish there was like some kind of option. But yeah, I hear people talking about what they would want to see if they made a Sonic Adventure 3, and like usually I see people saying that they don't want the treasure hunting levels, and it makes me sad because like I hope that like in the like in the rare chance that we would get Sonic Adventure 3, I really hope that Sonic Team wouldn't be like, oh, well, most people are saying that they don't want it, so we just won't add it and they'll replace it with something else. Like, that would make me so sad, so disappointed, because, like, that's literally my favorite part of the whole adventure games. Like, it's so important to me. It's just, I get if it's not your favorite type of gameplay, like, but it's so nice to me, and I wish there was more stuff like it. On to the next one. I think that Tikal should come before Silver for the movie universe. I see a lot of people thinking that Silver is gonna come next and that Silver would be like the best choice to do, but I disagree. So here is why. I think that by Sonic 4, we're gonna have Amy, a new character, and so that will bring us to Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Shadow, and Amy. That's 5 characters. That's a lot of characters. And I'm delusional, but I really, really desperately hope that Rouge will be a surprise character, or she'll show up in a Shadow spin-off, which has been rumored heavily. So I think that would be absolutely amazing if that happened, and I feel like, now I'm just talking about Rouge again. Anyway, going back to the original thing, I feel like at that point, assuming that Rouge would be in it, that would be like 6 characters or something. So yeah, that's a lot of characters that they would have to keep up with. And I feel like with Silver, like, since he's kind of only been in Sonic 06, which is, it's his only like actual big appearance, I feel like that would be just such a big thing to do, because if we're going based off Sonic 06, although of course we don't have to, because they don't have to do it like exactly how they did it in the game, because for Sonic 3, Rouge and Amy were in it, and then Amy only showed up for the post-credit scene, and Rouge wasn't in it at all. So they could just do that, but I feel like it just benefits, like the story just needs those multiple characters so bad. So I feel like we should wait, and the best bet would just be to, after we get Amy, to do Sonic Adventure 2, because then we'd pretty much have the main characters for Sonic Adventure 1, and we basically skipped over Sonic Adventure 1 to go to Sonic Adventure 2, which I think was smart because Shadow is more popular than Tikal or anything, and it's building up on the world more, and I think we're at the perfect point that afterwards, like after Sonic 4, I think we're at the perfect point where we could do something like Perfect Chaos. That would be absolutely crazy. Like, I think that Silver would be absolutely so fun to have in the movies and have his time to shine, but I love Tikal so much, and she's one of my favorite characters. I love Silver, but he's definitely not one of my favorite characters. He's just kind of like in the middle. but Tikal, I love her, and I love the story of Sonic Adventure 2, and I think it would, Sonic Adventure 1, and I think it would be absolutely insane as a movie. Like, can you imagine? That would be so cool. And we've already got Pachacamac in the Knuckles series, and so, like, he appeared to Knuckles, so maybe Tikal could do the same. And I don't know, I think that it's a little weird that in the Sonic universe we don't have like any type of shrine for the emerald, and that all the emeralds are combined with like the Master Emerald. But at the same time, we do have a little bit of lore, and there probably is some kind of shrine somewhere in the universe for Knuckles, and it's probably in the other world that he came from before he came to Earth. So I think that it would be the best bet for Sonic 5, and we should have Sonic 06 like silver for the 6th movie. So 6th movie. That also just makes more sense to have it as the 6th movie. Oh my gosh, I keep doing it. But like, I know, like, that would be like 4 years away, which is so sad to think about. It's gonna be worth it, in my opinion. And I just think that it would be amazing. So amazing. So yeah, I just think about how it would be like as a movie, like the Sonic Adventure 1 story, and I just think that it would be insane. Like, totally crazy. And especially with like how Sonic movies' personality is progressing, like it is becoming more and more like Game Sonic every movie, and I just feel like he's finally at that point where he's gonna be almost like ready to take on something like Perfect Chaos. Forces isn't that bad. I'm not gonna talk a whole lot about this because I've played it enough to have an opinion, but I haven't finished it yet. I'm actually playing through it right now, but I don't think Forces is that bad. I think it's mostly just because of the way it was advertised and the state of the Sonic franchise at that time that made people resentful for it and disappointed, which is totally valid, but like, it came out several years ago. We don't need to hate on it anymore. It has a lot of cool play styles. I love the original character levels. I love that they have a flamethrower and you get to play alongside Sonic, and Infinite is such a cool character. Yes, his origin story is kind of mid, but as a character alone, he's so cool. And he's my husband, so and I just love how many characters there are in it. There's like all your favorite characters and they interact with each other. Like, there's Knuckles and Rouge interacting all the time. There's Silver in it. It's just a cool game in my opinion. Obviously, it is not amazing by all means, but it is definitely not that bad. It's pretty fun. This is my last hot take. It's one of those things where I say hot take, but I feel like at least half of the community would agree with me. We need new voice actors. So bad. My favorite voice actor for the Sonic franchise was like, well, not voice actor, but I loved 4Kids. I loved the 4Kids cast. They definitely started out pretty rough, but you can see so much improvement with like their voices as they grow more comfortable with their roles, and it is so cool. I miss Jason Griffith so bad, but I know he's not gonna come back probably ever, because one time he tried to come back, like Sega asked him to audition, I think for Sonic Generations, but it was so unreasonable with like the contract that he just had to say no, but he loves Sonic still, so I think that we definitely need a new Sonic voice actor. I'm specifically talking about Sonic right now, but I will talk a little bit about other characters. We go from Roger Craig Smith and Jason Griffith, and both of them sound pretty alike. Especially like when Jason first started his role as Sonic, although he definitely grew into his own thing and it is peak. It is perfection. But yeah, you think of, when I think of Sonic's voice, I think of someone like Jason, who has like not as like high pitched voice, but like higher and like sounds more like a teenager, or at least a young adult. Roger, he sounds like he's 50, and it just doesn't sound like Sonic at all. It sounds like someone's like it sounds like some fan is like doing some kind of voiceover. Like he doesn't even like he does really good like with Boom Sonic. Like I think that type of Sonic is perfect for him. But if we're gonna continue going down the more serious route, like Sonic Frontiers, Sonic Generations, that type, we need a new Sonic voice. Something more like Jason and Ryan Drummond. I might have accidentally said Roger when I meant to say Ryan, but my bad. But yeah, I just never, well, I say never, but most of the whole time I've been a Sonic fan, I've never been much of a fan of Roger's voice. I definitely don't hate his voice for Sonic, but I just think it doesn't suit Sonic. Sonic he's not supposed to sound like an old man. And I feel like the other characters are in desperate need for it too. I think that Tails' voice is perfect. I wouldn't change it. Eggman's voice is perfect. I wouldn't change that. Knuckles, I feel like we need something a little more masculine sounding. Like a little deeper, but not like super deep. Kind of like more stoic. Hopefully I said that right. Something kind of like that. And I want an actual black voice actor for Knuckles, because like, come on, Knuckles is black. So can we have a black voice actor? I don't know if he's ever been voiced by a black person, so I don't know. I'm sorry if I am wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't, aside from like movie, which I love his voice for the movies, but obviously I don't think that would suit him in the games, and I think that would be like almost impossible. But I just think that he needs a more like gruff, tough, spitting bars sounding voice actor. Amy kind of has the same problem as Sonic. I feel like she sounds too much like a 30-year-old woman rather than a 12-year-old girl, or like 12 to 14, I can't remember. But she needs someone that sounds very cutesy, high-pitched voice, but still like stable. I really loved her 4Kids voice, although she definitely was really pitchy sometimes. But something kind of like that. Cream and Vanilla speaks for themselves, although they haven't really been in any games recently anyways. And Rouge, I don't mind her voice too much, but I really miss the Sonic X 4Kids voice actor, like the smooth, deeper, kind of flirty voice, rather than the more high-pitched, like really, really girly voice, I guess. But it doesn't bother me that much, but I do really miss the old voice. Like, it is so iconic, I love her. And for Shadow, again, I love Jason Griffith's voice for him. Kirk is an old man, and he makes Shadow sound like an old man. So, he's definitely one of my more favorites more favorite. I don't know. I'm kind of like losing my brain. I hardly got enough sleep. But anyway, yeah, I have like a love-hate relationship with Shadow's current voice actor. I just feel like he just needs to sound younger and more youthful, although keep the deep kind of smoker-ish type sounding voice. So yeah, that's kind of it. So yeah, if you agree with any of these, or if you have like your own hot takes, I would really love to hear them. And if you don't agree, then I also want to hear about it, because I love hearing about hot takes, even if they drive me a little bit insane. But I still love hearing about them. So I don't know, if you want to like talk about it, please, I'd love to. But yeah, thank you for watching this video and listening to me ramble. Bye bye.